everyone, welcome back to another video. So today I have another Grizaye drawing kit. This one is Pink Peonies. This is a new release. If you've seen my videos before, you know that I've done quite a few reviews on different Grizaye drawing kits, and they are so much fun, especially if you're a beginner. These are a great way to learn how to blend your colored pencils together and create something beautiful. So we're going to check this out today, and I'm going to show you what's inside, what the kit comes with. If you check the description box down below, I will have a link down there to where you can pick up your own Grizaye drawing kit, as well as links to my Facebook group, my email list, my Etsy shop, and my Patreon if you'd like to support me there. I also now have channel membership. If you would like to find more information out about that, you can click the join button down below the video. Okay, so like I said, this one is the Pink Peonies. There are several different kits that you can purchase directly from the Grizaye website. They might even have a couple on Amazon still. I know that the horse one that I did a review on a while back, I'll link that one in the upper right hand corner. That one was available on Amazon as well for quite some time. Go from gray to glorious. Draw on top of a grayscale image printed on high quality art paper using our premium colored pencils and exclusive photo reference. See your art improve no matter your skill level. And then down here at the bottom, it's just going to tell you what's included in this kit. You're going to get an 8.5 by 11 Grizaye on Stonehenge artist paper. That is wonderful paper. I absolutely love it. It is perfect for blending your colored pencils. You get a reference photo, and then you get 12 colored pencils included in this kit, as well as a sharpener, a test sheet, a color guide, and step-by-step instructions. So it does come with 17 pieces. So here on the back, it does show you everything that is included. It shows you the reference photos and then the grayscale image you're going to get on the really nice Stonehenge paper. It shows you the color guide, and then it shows you the instruction sheet, the pencils, the sharpener. So this is my first time taking a look at this with all of you. I just now opened it. Now these are the Grizaye pencils, and I have done a full extensive review on the Grizaye pencils. I'll link that in the upper right hand corner so you could check that out. Now in this kit, you're going to get 12 colored pencils, but you're only going to get the colors that are required to be able to color the full image in here. So you're just going to follow the instruction sheet. It's going to tell you exactly where to use the colors, and then you're going to have all of the colors available to you. So it comes in this nice little zipper case, and they do add a little plastic pencil sharpener in there, but you're basically getting everything that you need all in a kit. So this is fabulous for beginners. If you haven't colored yet in a coloring book and you're just discovering this video, this may be a really great kit for you to start out with. But here's the 12 colors we're going to get. The Grizaye pencils are a hexagonal pencil, and this is how they come when they first come to you. They've got a little bit of a blunt tip on there. I would recommend sharpening these, but the Grizaye pencils say Grizaye on them, and then they have the color name, and then they all do have a color number. And this kit is also a great way to be able to try out the Grizaye pencils and see if you like them. And if you do like them, you can purchase the full 72 set of pencils. They're still available on the Grizaye website, and I will have a link to those down in the description box as well. But here is the instruction sheet. It tells you here what the kit includes, and then it says the color guide below shows you an example of each colored pencil and where it is to be used. Follow the step-by-step on the back for pro tips to create a masterpiece. And then it's going to have all the colors listed here that come in the kit, and it's basically just going to tell you where to use them. So here we have 041, and 041 is sky. So on your image, you're going to use 041 here in the background. It's basically just going to tell you where to lay your colors. This is the full color royalty-free photo that you do get. And then this is the grayscale version, and this is what you're going to be coloring. So while you're coloring, you're going to be able to lay this full color page off to the side, and then you can lay your colored pencils on your grayscale image wherever you see them on this full colored image. Now I do want to mention you do get a little sample sheet of the Stonehenge paper. This is the same paper that the grayscale image is printed on, and you can use this to test out your colors. So if you want to swatch your colors and make sure that you're making the right color choices as you lay them down onto your grayscale image, you can certainly do that. So if we take this sheet here with the color guide on it and we flip it over, it does give us the step-by-step instructions. So if you're new to using colored pencils, or even if you're not new to using colored pencils, I feel like this is really, really helpful. Following these basic steps can make the difference in creating a successful Grizaye drawing. Take the video class for a more detailed tutorial available on our website. So you could go to the website and there should be a full tutorial video there. Of course, today in this video, I am going to color a little bit of this so that you can see how it works, and that way it'll help you to decide whether or not you'd like to purchase a kit for yourself. So for the center of the peony, use raw umber and sunburst. So it's telling you exactly what colors to use in what places on your grayscale image. It tells you to use the raw umber and the sunburst to trace the darkest areas, and then you're going to use white and yellow on top. For the petals, use hot pink blush and white to create smooth transitions. Add blue, yellow, and purple where tones apply, blending with white. And then it's going to go on to the next step. When creating the bokeh background, start by blocking in sections of color using soft light layers. Think in terms of shapes without over-interpreting what you are seeing. I feel like that's really important because a lot of times I feel like a lot of us really put too much thought into what we want the outcome to be, rather than just grabbing our pencils and just coloring without stressing out and putting too much thought into it. And remember, this is all practice and a really great way just to learn how to use your colored pencils. But it gives you very specific directions on how to lay your colors. Now, if you are not a beginner and you're more advanced, you don't necessarily have to follow all these directions. You can just use your full color image, match the colors up, and color your grayscale image. And then you can just use your little test sheet here, put together your color combinations, and decide what you want to put down here, trying to make it look just like your full color image. Now, I'm going to work on following the directions a little bit. It's telling me for the center of the peony to use raw umber and sunburst to trace the darkest areas. So I'm going to go ahead and do that first. Okay, so I zoomed you in just a little bit, but I want you to be able to see the center of the peony as I go through and do this. And you can tell by looking at it where the darker areas are on here and where the lighter areas are. So I have the colors that it told me to grab, the raw umber and the sunburst, and it's telling me to use those colors just to trace the darker areas. So I'm gonna come in here with the pencils and I'm gonna go over where I see the darkest grayscale, and I'm just gonna start shading in some of those areas. So I am starting with the raw umber. And grayscale is really great because it basically gives you a guide and it's telling you where to lay the colors. So anywhere I see the darker shades, I'm laying the dark umber, and then I'm going to come back with the sunburst and I'm going to go over it. And I am only laying the raw umber where I see the darker areas up against the lighter areas. But these pencils are honestly a dream to work with. They are really wonderful. The colors lay down so nicely and they do blend together beautifully. Okay, so let's grab the sunburst and I'll show you how nicely these colors actually blend together. So I'm just adding the sunburst in all of the areas where it is much lighter and blending it right into that raw umber. So the next thing it's telling us to do is to add yellow and white on top. So I've got my yellow and my white, and I'm going to blend some of this color in there. Oh wow, this is really making it pop. What a gorgeous shade of yellow. And then it said to add a little bit of white, and I'm just adding the white right over some of the places where I added the yellow. The Grizaye white pencil is a really nice white pencil. It does actually lay right over the other colors, as you could probably see. And now I have my sunburst again, and I'm going to try to blend it right into all of the areas where I laid that dark umber and try to get a little bit of a better blend in here. And now I'm going to add a little bit more yellow. I'm trying to follow a little bit more of what I see down here in this area on the full color image. but I think I see more of the raw umber down in that space. And then I'm gonna blend some of the sunburst into that and pull that into the yellow. And then I'm going to go over that with the white. Right here in this space, there is a pretty big white highlight. So now I think we're going to work on a little bit of the outer edge and try to add some of the pinks. Let's see what our sheet says to do next. For the petals, use hot pink, blush, and white to create smooth transitions, and then add blue and yellow and purple where tones apply, blending with white. I have my hot pink and my blush and my white, and I've sharpened them. And I'm going to add these colors first, and then I am going to pull in the blues, the yellows, and purples. If you look at this really closely, you could see that there are blues and yellows and purples. There's some yellow up in here, and then there's some blue and purple down in here, or where these petals are turned up. So basically where these are darker, those are going to be pink with blue and purple laying over the top of them. So I'm going to come over here and start laying some of the hot pink, and I'm trying to look at the full color image very closely so I know exactly where to lay my colors. So I'm looking right here. Actually, there's a whole lot of hot pink right in there, so I'm going to work on that first, and then down here it's going to be pink with the blue and the purple laying over the top of it. So I'm going to add some of the hot pink, but not a lot, and it looks like there is a little bit of blue and purple right up in here. So I think I'm going to add the hot pink all right here, and I want to just get a feel for what I'm doing. So I'm going to lay some of the blush and blend this right over this other color and pull it out just a little bit into where I'm going to be adding the white. It's giving it a nicer blend here. And then let me grab my blue and my purple. So the blue is actually called Sky, and then of course the purple is called Purple. And looking at this image, there is a whole lot of purple right here on this outer petal. So I'm going to add that color right in there, and then I'm going to add some right here where the grayscale is darker. So I haven't added the blue yet because I don't see a whole lot of blue until I get further over here or down here in the bottom part of the flower. So I've got my hot pink again, and I'm going to start adding in some of this. I'm going to blend it right into where the purple is and pull it down. And all I'm doing is I'm just following the grayscale and letting it guide me where to lay the colors. Now I have the blush. I'm gonna add a little bit of the blush right in there and right here towards the top part of this petal and blend it right into the hot pink. And you'll notice after I get more and more layers down there, it's really going to start to come to life. I think maybe I'm going to blend a little bit of blue into here too with that purple. I think that'll be pretty. And here where I see the white, I'm going to add a little bit of that in there where these petals are meeting one another and just blend that color out just a little bit. But look how pigmented these pencils are. I absolutely love the Grizaye pencils. Okay, so I'm going to start moving in a little bit more towards the center of the flower. I'm going to color this petal here, but I'm going to blend the blush right into the center, and then I am going to add a little bit of the hot pink. And I'm very lightly up here going to add a little bit of the purple. So all these spaces where I see white in the grayscale or it's super, super light, I'm trying to copy what I see here in the areas where it has a little bit of white separating each one of the petals. But looking at the full color image, it looks like this blush pink is coming all the way down into here, and it looks like I'm going to need a little bit more yellow in that area. And then there's going to be a lot of white all right in here. I'm going to blend in a little bit of hot pink right here. So there's actually quite a bit of yellow coming up into this space right here. And then I have the sunburst. I'm going to add a tad bit of this right in there. So right here, I'm trying to create a blend of the hot pink, the blue, and the purple, just to make it really stand out right there. And then I have my blush, which I'm going to add right down here. And then I'm going to start coming in here with my hot pink and staying out of the spaces where I see the grayscale is much, much lighter. I'm going to blend it into this area here where I laid the purple, and I'm going to pull down just a bit, but then it gets much lighter on my full color image. So I'm trying to keep it as close to the full color image as I can. Now I have the blush, and I'm going to blend this color right into the hot pink and pull this down. Now this Stonehenge paper does have a lot of tooth, so it is going to take quite a bit of layers to finish this off. You just need to keep coming back and adding light layer after light layer after light layer. Now I'm going to work on adding more color to this, and it's going to take me a little bit, so I'm going to speed it up and add some music so y'all can just see it come to life. So I'm not going to color the whole thing in this video, but you could see that it is definitely starting to come to life. And I did make quite a few blends with the blue and the purple and adding in the pinks as well to try to come up with the same colors that I see here. It's not exact, but it is pretty close. I will need to come back and continue to keep adding layer after layer after layer to really bring it to life, and then I'll come back and I'll burnish it with the white, bringing all of the colors together, or even maybe the lightest color. But if you're a beginner, or even if you're not a beginner, I feel like this kit is for everybody. I will have it linked down in the description box below so that you can easily find it. I hope y'all have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video. Happy coloring. Bye.